Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of From Impossible to Inevitable. I am your host, Megan Bauer. I am thrilled that you are spending time with me. Thank you so much for your subscriptions, for your love, your likes, your support, both on the internet and energetically. I feel it. I'm so grateful for it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have finally reached the third part of our vision series. And this is the most exciting part to me. This is the most fun for me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please listen to the first part and then the second part. By now, you don't need to have a perfect vision. You never need to have a perfect vision that's thought out from start to finish. You don't need that. You need an idea. You need a place to start. You need a place to build from. You need an idea. I hope that right now you have an idea of what you want some area of your life to look like. I hope you have given yourself the permission to dream, to go a little crazy, to be a little outlandish, to think big for yourself. I hope you've given yourself that permission because you deserve it. You, out of all of the things in this world that can limit you, you should not be one of them. You shouldn't. I hope you have something. Even if you haven't spoken it to anybody, even if you can't bring yourself to write it down, I hope you have something that you want to create in your life that you would love to experience, to have, to be. I feel like it's the best when there's someone you want to be. So here we go. You have this vision that you have created tenderly and maybe even with a little bit of fear, maybe with a little bit of trepidation. That's okay. Give yourself some grace. This is okay. This is safe. You are safe to dream. You're so safe. Okay, so we have this vision, something you want to create. Maybe you have a vision board. Maybe you just have that mental snapshot. Here's what it will do for you. Here's what you need to do with it, actually, in order for it to work for you. Your vision, this mental place that you can go, or maybe if you're standing in front of your vision board, you need to have a space to go to be able to step into the future. Now we're talking about time travel. Yes, we are. Your vision is your portal to time travel. As you step into this vision, now close your eyes and picture yourself stepping into your vision. And say it's, you want a beach house and you want to be a professional surfer, okay? You're stepping on to that sand. And in that moment that you step onto that sand, you are that professional surfer. Fix your posture. What would you stand like? What would you be thinking like? What is your day like? And when you come to decisions that you need to make in your life, whether they be big decisions or day-to-day decisions, you need to step into that person, into that role, into that future version of yourself and make that decision from there. If you want to be a professional surfer, yet you don't know how to surf, you don't live by the ocean, you aren't even in the kind of shape that would support you in such a sport, some of those choices are very clear. Okay, my ultimate vision of my life is to be a professional surfer. I don't know how that's going to happen. I don't know how I will be able to move by the ocean. I don't know how I will be able to do this or do that or learn this. That's okay. This is not about having all the answers. This is about recognizing what it is that you want and recognizing the little things that will gradually get you there. So if you want to be a professional surfer, that, okay, maybe I can't afford to move by the ocean right now, but what I can do right now is I can get into a better shape of my body so that my body can support me in that sport. This is now important to me. And now, when you sign up for that gym membership or when you start this home program, it's not about getting fit. It's not about being fit for the sake of being fit or so that your clothes look better or whatever. Your dream is on the line. That is at stake. So when you get up in the morning and you're waffling between, do I go to the gym or do I not? You can step into that version of yourself who's like, well, duh, you go to the gym. We're a professional surfer. That's what we do. Then it's easy. It's not really a decision because you decided on who you wanted to be. And this follows through with whoever you want to be, wherever you want to live, whatever experience you want to create. However, whatever it is, I told you it can be anything. It can be absolutely anything. So let's find another example. If you want to be an amazing gardener with a garden that Monet would have loved to have painted, you know that spending time outside in your yard is now a priority. You know that finding the best place for seeds or bulbs or whatever it is a priority. You know that doing the research on having, like what should grow with what and what's the best soil and blah, blah, blah. You know that all of that is now a priority because it's part of your vision and you are emotionally connected to your vision. This gives you so much power. It gives you so much certainty. So let's go back to the surfer example. Say you get this crazy opportunity to live by the ocean. Somebody somewhere invites you to live in their guest house in San Diego, and you know for a certainty that you want to be a surfer, a professional surfer. You know this is for you. This has come to you out of nowhere. Yet when you tell your friends and family, I'm going to move to the ocean, and they give you some pushback, they're like, what are you thinking? You have a secure job here, and what about this, and what about that? And they smear their ideas and their fear all over you. You can go back to the vision of yourself, and you can ask yourself, am I living this life for them? Am I living this life so that they will be happy, so that I will be happy? Is my dream of being a professional surfer worth giving up because all of these people who love me very much and are very concerned for me and care about me, they have all of these fears and they are not me. They don't know that I am completely capable of this. They don't have the same belief because it's not their dream. They don't have the same power because it's not their vision. You're always going to encounter people that don't understand what you want. These are oftentimes going to be very well-meaning people who love you. And you're going to have to stand up to them and say, yes, and thank you, and I'm going to do this anyway. And you go and do it with confidence, with certainty. Because when you step into that vision, that emotionally charged vision that means so much to you, you know what the right thing is. That's a pretty easy example to go through. I love that. There's a lot of ease decisions that can be made that way. Here's another abstract example. Say you don't know what to do. You don't know what steps to take. You don't know you can't even see the 3 feet in front of you. You are just looking for 6 inches in front of you. That's what you're looking for. That's just what you want. You're feeling a little lost. Step into that version of you. Step into your vision and stand there and close your eyes. I'm going to do this with you. Close your eyes and say to yourself, okay, I am this person. These are the things that I have achieved. These are all the things that I have done. This is who I am. This is my experience. This is how I live. Step into that. Give it a couple of minutes to really feel into it. And then ask yourself, what do I do every day? What is important to me? When I look at my phone, what's the thing that I go to? Who are the people that I talk to? Ask yourself these questions. As I have stepped into my vision over and over and over again in the last year, I've asked myself, who am I? What do I do? What are my projects? What are the things I spend my time on? You know what some of my answers were? Some of my answers, I'm going to cry about it. Some of my answers were, I build people. I help people live better lives. I have a podcast. I use my voice. I use my leadership. I use all of the personal development tools and techniques and mindset perspective shifts that I have collected over the past however many years. I use this for people's benefit. I stand tall. That's who I am. And when I stepped into that vision, right before I stepped into that vision, I wasn't that person. I was the 2022 version of Megan. I owned a shop and I cut fabric and I, did this and I did that. I was not that person. But when I stepped into that vision, my spine straightens and I am that person. And from that space, I knew, okay, if I build people, if that version who I want to be so badly builds people, then I am going to start building people. If that person who I want to be so badly has a podcast, then I am starting a podcast. And little by little, step by step, decision by decision, you become that person. So with every podcast I make, with every time I stand tall, with every time I build somebody, with every time I help someone else improve their life, progress their life, have more in their life, every time I do that, I am becoming that version of myself in my vision. That's how powerful it is. Having that vision on a wall, awesome, but in your head where you can step into it, that is really creating it. Do you see how that happens? Do you see how that informs your decisions? It helps you know what to do. It helps you make real progress. Because last year, whenever I stepped into that vision, when I stepped out again, I still didn't have a podcast. I still wasn't using my voice. Now I am. Last year, I had a lot of changes to make in order to be here. However, those changes were so much easier because I knew that it was slow, steady progress towards becoming who I want to be. And I have a long way to go. I still have a long way to go. Sure, I might be able to step in and out of that vision now and be like, I've got a podcast, great, but I have not arrived. I have not arrived. And that's part of the excitement. There's still so much to learn, so much more to grow, so many more people to meet. And you can take that and you can be real scared by it. Go back to our episode on fear. Or you can take that and be inspired. Be like, look, in my head, I have experienced this. In my head, I have become these things. I have done these things. I have had these experiences. In my head, this is my lifestyle. And because I created it in my head, I can make the little choices needed to create that in my actual reality and my actual experience. Sounds a little crazy, but guess what? You can do this. There are books on how visualization helps Olympians or helps whoever. I really remember the stories about the Olympians. Those ones hit home for me, how they, or even like athletes, they see themselves, in the ninth inning. I don't know. I don't watch baseball. This is a terrible road for me to travel. They see themselves in their routine. They see themselves getting the gold medal. They see themselves doing all of it over and over and over and over and over again until they're actually there, until they're actually at the Olympics, until they're actually doing it. And it all plays out exactly how they envisioned it, all of it, down to the details. This is what you're employing in your life when you use a vision. This is the power a vision can have, because an Olympian, other than being physically superior to me and probably you, they're not that much different than us. And if they can employ the power of visualization to get a gold medal, you can employ the power of visualization to create whatever it is you want to create. Why not? If you have reasons for why not, you need to go back to the limiting beliefs episode and rewrite those, because those are just as true as all the reasons of why not you. They're just as true. And you get to decide what you believe. You get to decide that when you step into that version of you in your vision, you get to decide that you are literally time traveling, and that is the version of you that you are creating. You get to decide that. Sure, there are outside factors, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Do you want to listen to all of that noise? Or do you want to believe in yourself and trust that you'll figure it out? What's more powerful to you? What's more motivating to you? I know the answer to that, and I know you do too. This is what you do with your vision. You use it on a daily basis. You go there on a daily basis to create what you want to create in your life. This is how powerful it can be if you allow it. This is a choice you get to make on a daily basis. You can choose to ignore it. You can choose to go for it. That's always going to be the choice. Choose to ignore, choose to go for it. What do you get by ignoring it? What do you get? Nothing. What do you get if you go for it? In the worst case scenario of going for it, if you don't reach the top, don't you get higher than you would have gotten if you stayed at the bottom? There will be naysayers. There will be people who try to tear you down. There will be people who are threatened by what you are doing because now you are all weird and different and doing new stuff, and it's scary for them. And that's their choice. Don't make decisions based on what other people want you to do. Make decisions on what is best for you. Make decisions on what will get you where you want to be, because you deserve it. You will be you'll be of the highest service to everyone if you get there, or if you try. Maybe you'll inspire others along the way. Actually, you will inspire others along the way. It may not be those people, but you will inspire others along the way. And it will be great for everyone. I hope you have enjoyed this 3-part series on visions. I hope you take this and move forward with whatever it is that you want in your life. I hope that this builds you. I believe in you. I believe that you can do whatever it is you want to do. You'll have challenges. You'll have hardships. You'll have fear. Fear is a real big one as you start to do new things. And you have the power to overcome it. This is for you. This is absolutely for you. This is a powerful tool. And that's all I got. All right. We'll see you next week with something else. I don't know what it is, but it'll be great. It'll be exciting. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please share this with your friends, family. Please leave me a comment or send me a DM on Instagram. I'd love to know what you want to hear. If you have any pressing topics, I will take those into consideration and see if I can speak with some authority on them. Thank you again for all the love and all the support. I am so grateful. I hope you have a great day.